white people really need to stop asking black people to go camping. We don't want to go. On behalf of me and Tyrone here, we don't want to fucking go. Like, why would I know comedians talk about this all the time, but why would we want to leave the comfort of our own bed to sleep on the ground in a bag that's made out of other bags? In a place where the animals are not afraid of humans. This is stupid. You always have that one guy, come on, bro, you need to experience the wilderness. I'm like, I'm from Africa, I've experienced enough. Come on, bro, you need to be one with nature. Okay, what kind of camping are you talking about? Cabins? Hotel? Motel? No, we're doing tents. Fuck that. He's like, why? Is it because the black people die first? What? No, that's your sales pitch, Cody? What if I'm in a tent, I need to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. I come out of the tent, I see a bear. What do? He's like, you just zip it up and go back to sleep, bro. Really? And the bear's gonna be like, I was gonna eat you, but you zipped up. I'll come back tomorrow. It's not gonna happen. Do you really think black people would die first in a horror movie situation? No. You wanna know why? Here's the secret, people. Black people are pussies. I'm sorry, Tyrone. We are. Let a gunshot go off in this room right now. See how fast me and Tyrone out of this fucking room. Okay? And we'll leave all the white people to look for clues and shit. It is defense mechanisms. When I hear a dog from far, I don't wait to see what dog it is. I come out of my house, it's a beautiful day. Roof, fuck that, going back inside, bro.
There is one Southern stereotype that I do have. I love to hunt, which basically means that for 2 months out of a year, I like to act like a skanky female deer. And I say skanky instead of slutty because I'm not into slut shaming, but nobody likes a skank, so I think that's okay. And to explain it a little bit, basically what I do is every morning I'll wake up and I'll spray on deer perfume, which is just the urine of a female deer, right? Then I put on makeup, which we call camouflage because our daddies teach us how to do it. Then I climb into a tree and I blow on a whistle that sounds like a horny female deer, and I sit there for a few hours and wait for a buck to walk by that thinks he's about to get laid, and I shoot him in the heart. Yeah, because it's effective and symbolic. You know what you're not allowed to do? Bait them with food, because that would be cruel. Right? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, okay? Because look, if you're a murderer, if you kill an entire family of people and you're on death row, the last thing that we do is give you a meal because it's comforting. What we don't do is strap you in the chair, shove a Hustler magazine in your face, ask you how you're feeling, like, pretty turned on, perfect, pull the switch, right? It's like...
I'm a comedian, man. I'm used to racism, man. I deal with it all the time. Yeah, fuck racism. It's old shit. I was doing the show in Cedar Lake, Indiana. Sounds racist, don't it? And the whole time I was there, they kept asking me, "Do you want to see the lake?" No. I was in Cedar Lake, Indiana for 4 days. I finally got up enough courage to leave a hotel. I was hungry. I walked in this diner, you could smell the bigotry in the air. You walk in a place and they look at you. I'm like, shit, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm hungry. Walked up to the counter before I could open my mouth. The dude said, "Come on now, homeboy, what the fuck do you think you're doing?" Now, we don't want no trouble, but your money's no fucking good. And he was right. I had a pocket full of fake $20 bills. How the fuck did he know? I was in Cedar Lake and the police pulled me over. I'm like, damn it, I'm going to jail. But I had to think fast. Cops pulled me over. I was speeding. I'm trying to get back to the hotel. I'm not safe. I hope the police show up. Maybe they can help me. He pulled me over. He asked me for my driver's license, my insurance. He looked at the picture, then he looked me in the face. And he said, sir, why are your eyes bloodshot red? I had to think fast. I said, officer, I'm suffering from an allergic reaction to marijuana. He's like, you know what? I never heard no shit like that, man. Go on ahead, on.
Yeah, I mean, everything seems like a lot of work to me now. I don't know if I'm at that. You have that stage, yeah, where you want to do something, and think, like I wanted to go to the movies today, and I thought, I didn't have to go there. You know what I mean? I haven't skied like in 3 years because it seems like a lot of work, and I used to ski all the time. I really did. I remember the first time I ever went skiing. I didn't know anything about it. You know, I didn't know that they labeled the trails for difficulty, like black diamonds. You know what I mean? And the blues and the greens. And I pulled into this convenience store in the middle of Colorado, and I said to the guy behind the counter, I said, hey, what's the best mountain to go skiing at around here? And he looked at me right in the eyes. He goes, you know what? I like Copper Mountain. But a lot of people don't like to go there because they're afraid of all the blacks. I thought, Jesus, this guy's a racist. You know? He said, but I don't mind the blacks. I have a lot of fun with them. But they will beat you up. And they are all over the mountain. They're everywhere. And some of them not very well groomed. But he said, if you want the good white powder, that's where you gotta go. Oh, Jesus, I'm not going to Copper Mountain, that's for sure. You gotta be so politically correct nowadays. I was just in, let's make it Nashville. And I was coming out of the airport, and this guy, nice guy, picked me up at the taxi cab, nice, tall, black, African-American gentleman. And said his name was Boyd. I said, I'm sorry, what was your name? He said, Boyd. Oh, Boyd. I have never pronounced a D so hard in my life when I was talking to him. Because I don't want any kind of misunderstandings, you know what I mean? Nice city you got here, Boyd. Duh. Duh. Because a friend of mine said, I don't enunciate some of my words when I speak. She says, you know, when you say huge, you don't pronounce your H's. You just go huge instead of huge. You know, and this annoyed her for some reason. I don't know why. I could see if, you know, when you laughed, you didn't pronounce your H's. That could be annoying, like, I get that.
I went on a camping trip with 10 black lesbians. Now look, I know that sounds like that's the joke, but it's not. So we were getting ready to go, and my girlfriend at the time was like, you know, oh, it's just in Mount Shasta. It's like, 3 hours away. First of all, that's just like 9 hours away, okay? And so when we get there, she's like, Glo, try not to be like time sensitive this weekend. Time sensitive means that I'm just aware of the time. You know what I mean? Like, but she calls it time sensitive. Don't be time sensitive. So I was like, okay, let's do this camping thing. We're gonna do this, So 10 black lesbians. And we go to sleep that night. We wake up the next morning, and I was like, you know what? It's really lovely out here. This is really refreshing. So, but there are 10 of us, which is a lot of food to cook. So my friend Neva's out there, and she's got scrambled eggs for 10, and I'm over here, and I've got a pot of grits for 10, and we're stirring. And I was like, does this seem a little bit slavey to you? I mean, just like a tiny bit. And she was like, oh my God, yeah, right? And I was like, right? There were all these bees flying around us, And I turned to her and I was like, these bees sure is bad today, huh? And she was like, see, no, now you taking it too far. You see, you took it too far. And I was like, sorry, that's my bad. I always just go a little too far. But it's very hard to get us to be able to like leave anywhere on time, you know? Like we'd rented a boat to go out that day and it was like, okay, we're gonna leave at 12 o'clock, you know? So at 12 o'clock, I'm like, okay. But you know, 10, time sensitive. So 10 Black Lesbians is like everybody was trying to manage everything, you know, just lesbian management. You know, it's like, don't put the tofu in with the meat. Don't put the tofu in the. Where's the life vest for the dog? Somebody had to go back for a cowboy hat. That was me. But what I'm saying is, it was very difficult to get us to leave on time. I don't know how Harriet Tubman did it. I know. She must have been time sensitive. She was probably time sensitive.